Hello and welcome back to GP Film Review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Civil War, which was released this last Friday and was directed by Alex Garland. I'm going to start with the film's synopsis. In a dystopian future America, a team of military-embedded journalists race against time to reach Washington, D.C. before rebel factions descend upon the White House. I want to start by saying I came into this film not really knowing what to expect, and I honestly really enjoyed it. It showed the horrors and struggles that war journalists go through on the front lines. It focused on the characters and didn't hesitate to show the true horror that war is. I think this is a great film. I next want to talk about the characters for a minute. I really love the characters in this film. Each one was complex, and you could really see the emotion of each of the main characters. I want to start by talking about Sammy. He was a journalist who wanted to stay away from the danger zones, always warning Joel and Lee about the dangers of going to the Capitol. In the end, he charges into danger, saving Joel, Lee, and Jesse. Jesse also showed a lot of character development, starting off as scared of the front lines and of the violence that it ensues, and then later taking charge and jumping right into action, almost getting killed multiple times. Joel was a great character as well, as he had their goal in mind of making it to DC in order to interview the president. You could see the emotion that this character was feeling after seeing his two friends get killed in front of him, and then Sammy as well. Lastly, I want to mention how I think that Kirsten Dunst was the star of this movie. She did an astounding job portraying a character hiding her emotions and pushing them away in order to do her job as a photojournalist. It all came to a boiling point after Sammy and Joel's friends got killed right in front of them, as you could see her struggling with the emotion of being on the battlefront. I think and hope that she gets nominated for an award after that performance. Next, I want to mention the cinematography in this film, and I really enjoyed it. I think they focused a lot on color for most of these shots, highlighting the horror of a war zone. They also did a great job shifting tone and color when they went to the town that was ignoring and oblivious to the ongoing war, shifting and changing the tone of the color being showed. I also liked how they showed the war photos being taken, showing the violence and actions through the photos. There was also a shot that I really liked as they were driving through the war zone, blurring the smoke and flames to create a bokeh lens blur effect, creating a beautiful shot. And I honestly think this movie was pretty damn good, and I don't really have any suggestions on making it better. I also haven't seen a lot of Alex Garland's films, but I think he did a tremendous job with this one. This movie had great storytelling, coming from a different perspective, showing how a war looks through the eyes of the photojournalists. Like I said earlier, they did a great job with the characters, and the story flowed pretty nicely. The pacing was great as well, smoothly transitioning from low action driving and night scenes to action scenes pretty effectively. I also want to mention how the sound in this film was really great. Most of this film is on the war front, and its biggest strength was the lack of sound. They did a great job cutting out all sound to elevate the scene's emotion. It felt like I was there with the characters on the front lines. One example was when they cut to the next action scene after a scene where the characters were going to sleep. It cut straight to the action, jolting us as audience members. I also want to mention that I really love A24 films because they don't rely on any Hollywood antics to tell a story. They focus on good writing and focus more on the art behind filmmaking, which I think has somewhat been lost over the years. Overall, I really enjoyed this film, and I'd have to say it's the second best film of the year, right behind Dune Part 2. I'd give this film a 9 out of 10. The characters were great, and Kirsten Dunst gave an amazing performance. The cinematography was amazing, using color to enhance the scenes, and I also liked the bokeh lens blur effect they used. The storytelling was great, and they did an amazing job enhancing the film with silence. A24 movies always deliver, and I think you all should give this film a watch. Make sure to like and subscribe to see weekly reviews on new movies. Thank you.